So John Wick's future. Now, for real, if you have not watched John Wick 4, I would implore you to just go take a break. I'm not going to go into deep spoilers, but there are going to be a couple things that are a little spoilery. So, this is your warning. This is your spoiler alert. We are going to talk about a little bit of what happened at the end of John Wick 4 very loosely. I'm not going to go into straight up details, but again, if you haven't seen it, if you plan on watching it, this is the time to go on somewhere, go get you some snacks or something, and you can come on back when you see this gone, okay? But I am going to talk about this. So again, I'm gonna give y'all a couple seconds here to get yourselves together. And after that, that's it. Okay, 3, 2, 1. Good, great, thank you. So with that said, if you've seen John Wick 4, which by the way, I do have a non-spoiler review up, so you can go ahead and go check that out if you like. I will say this: when it came to the ending of John Wick 4, I really liked it, mainly because it was ambiguous. And that was one of the best things I thought about the ending, was the fact that it could be anything and anyone could go do whatever when it comes to this story. You can take this and believe one way, or you can take it and believe another way. And I thought that was a great, perfect way to end this film in the way that they did. So here's one thing that was said by Keanu Reeves. He mentioned, I don't know, I guess I'm going to have to lean on never say never in regards to a sequel. He says also, I mean, I wouldn't do a John Wick film without director Chad Stahelski. We'd have to see what that looked like. For me, it feels really right that John Wick finds peace. Okay. Then let's see. He also says, when Chad and I were talking about it, the why is death. And it was John Wick's dead. For him to get his peace or his freedom in a way, that was the reason to make the movie. You gotta have the why. And then the producer of John Wick 4 says that it is an ambiguous ending. And the question for all of us is, okay, if the audience embraces the story and the box office works, is there another story to be told? Okay. So now the question, of course, I mean, I think the producer kind of laid it out right there. Does it make sense with the story? And what's up with the box office? Well, we got them results now too, because it was just reported that, like, look, John Wick 5 is back on the table. Okay, it is a possible thing that can happen. It says here that a 5th film is back on the table after the latest movie's astonishing opening at the global box office, according to Lionsgate Motion Picture Group chair Joe Drake. The box office for this, $141 million. Woo! Worldwide for an action film? Yikes. Then hold on. What else? What was the? Oh my gosh! Look at that. $73.8 million in terms of their domestic opening. Y'all were here last week. Y'all remember when Zachary Levi was over here talking about, like, oh, John Wick, y'all want to go see that? Pew pew, but we a family movie. Remember, pew 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 pew. Remember Shazam opened up to like 30 million, but John Wick opened it up to 74 million. You just got to be quiet. You have to be quiet. Sometimes you be talking too much. Don't do all the talking. Anywho, let's see. Drake goes on to say, we're all going to land, or we're all going to take a tiny rest here and then stretch at ideas about whether there's a credible way to get into 5, but there's no guarantee. He also noted Keanu and Chad, rightly so, are very protective about never screwing with the audience. So we certainly have our work cut out for us. Keanu is so beloved, and that character is so beloved, and that's not lost on him. Now, this I do like. I do like this because they speculate on some other things here. Regardless of John Wick 5's fate, Reeves will return to the character in the future, albeit not necessarily in the lead role. He shows up in The Ballerina. The series, let me make this a little bigger for y'all. The series is a spinoff which stars Anna de Armas as another determined assassin. Ian McShane, Angelica Houston, and the late Lance Reddick also star in The Ballerina, which is expected to hit theaters next year and takes place between the events of John Wick 3 and John Wick 4. That's good news. And then there's another possibility, right? The other possibility is if Reeves did want to return to the role for a John Wick 5, they could always make it a prequel. Making a prequel set before Wick retired to settle down with his wife, though that would require Wick playing a somewhat younger version of the character than has been seen. And Drake says you could certainly go earlier with the story as well. So the question for you guys is, what would you like to see if they were to do a John Wick 5? Would you like them to continue the story and do something else? Would y'all like to see John Wick 5 continue, or would you like to see a prequel for John Wick instead? Let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. Thank you so much for watching. This was just a segment of one of my live chats, and if you're interested in joining in on the next one, be sure to subscribe and turn on your notifications for more. I've got more videos and reviews to do for you all, and until next time, I'll see you all later.